Yeah, everybody just standing out there. It's just a lot of commotion.
We're learning more about a police-involved shooting incident in Fayetteville. New tonight, hear from a witness who saw it happen. And a man is in police custody tonight after authorities found a body in a Benton County field. The charges he's facing and what could come next. Plus,
let's say $1,000 a month. That's 40% of your income.
Recreational marijuana could get on the 2022 Arkansas ballot. What the proposal could mean for you and why advocates say they're promoting the issue.
Live, local, late breaking. This is 4029 News at 10.
We begin tonight with breaking news. A Benton County Sheriff's Office spokesperson says 3 detainees have escaped from the McDonald County Detention Center. Take a look here on your screen. Authorities say Shantavian Thomas, David Molina, and Carmelo Burgos are all considered armed and dangerous. Officials say you should not approach them, but call 911 if you see them. You can also call the McDonald County Sheriff's Office. We'll bring you much more information as it comes into our newsroom. Well, thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Jamie Weiss. We're also learning new information on a standoff in Fayetteville that happened last night. This was on Joyce Boulevard in Fayetteville. Skylar Houston from Huntsville is in police custody and was taken to a local hospital last night. A drug task force operation attempted to catch Houston, who police say had meth and a stolen firearm in his possession. 4029's Cole Zimmerman breaks down the incident.
According to Fayetteville police, this all started around 3 o'clock in the afternoon yesterday near this Cleo's and McDonald's behind me off of Joyce Boulevard in Fayetteville. When detectives attempted to arrest Skylar Houston, he wouldn't get out of his car and he put a gun to his head. These are pictures and videos taken by witnesses yesterday. Police say hundreds of people were gathered in the area. Fayetteville crisis and emergency response teams negotiated with Houston for more than 6 hours to no avail. Houston eventually got out after police deployed chemical gas in his vehicle, still refusing to comply. Police then fired several rounds from a pepper ball gun. That's when Houston ran over to Cleo's Furniture and tried to get inside. A release from Fayetteville police saying in part, quote, knowing that hundreds of citizens were gathered in the area, Houston's training as a former police officer, and fearing that someone was inside the locked business, 2 Fayetteville police officers discharged their firearms to stop the active threats. You see the entrance of Cleo's here boarded up. Even after he was shot, Houston got up without the gun and ran towards the officers. We spoke to a witness about what she saw.
Yeah, everybody just standing out there. It's just a lot of commotion. Really, everybody anticipating on what's going to happen, where he at, when he going to get out. A car got shot, I think, because I heard a car alarm going off. I was ducking behind my car. Like, yes, I wasn't trying to see it barely.
Police eventually were able to deploy a taser and take Houston into custody. They then transported him to a local hospital. Reporting in Fayetteville, Cole Zimmerman, 4029 News.
And tonight we have learned that Houston was a member of the Lowell Police Department from 2014 to 2016. He actually won the department's Officer of the Year award in 2015. A Benton County man behind bars tonight after authorities found a body in a field Friday afternoon. 39-year-old Miguel VEGA faces several charges in this case. He's accused of leaving the scene of an accident, manslaughter, and endangering the welfare of a minor. No bond has been set at this time. The Benton County Sheriff's Office says they were called in to help investigate when another agency found the body of 27-year-old Hester SALCEDO. The Arkansas State Crime Lab will now determine SALCEDO's cause of death. Fort Smith police are asking for your help tonight. They're searching for this woman, Tara Strolzer. She lives in Fort Smith but was last seen in Cameron, Oklahoma last Saturday, July 17th. Her family says they haven't been able to reach her. She drives a black Volkswagen Jetta with Florida tags, and anyone with information should contact police. We want to turn now to a first look at our official Get Ready weather forecast. Meteorologist Robert Surd joining us today. And Robert, a hot, muggy day, really oppressive weather, as you like to put it.
Yes, it's some people love this.
Not you.
Not me, unfortunately. But we're in this for the long run, people, so it's going to be like this for a while. So do what you can to stay cool and keep yourself safe, because it is downright dangerous out there. Here's the day in weather in Springdale, just a couple of high clouds out there. Really not too bad of a day, but looks can be deceiving. Looks fabulous. but it was toasty outside with temperatures in the 90s and heat indices in the hundreds today. Right now in Springdale, you're still at 86 degrees into the River Valley, lower to mid 80s across the area. And we're still dealing with heat index values in the 90s, even at 10 o'clock at night. It still feels mighty hot out there. A terribly humid night again tonight with temperatures only falling into the lower to mid 70s, and then another oppressively hot day for your Sunday with plenty of sunshine, but watching for an afternoon shower or storm out there. We'll break it down hour by hour for you, Jamie, coming up.
We want to turn to your COVID-19 coverage now. The Arkansas Department of Health added more than 2,000 new cases of COVID-19 today. 7 new deaths were also reported. Health officials are tracking 15,032 active cases right now. That's a net gain of more than 1,200 active cases since yesterday. We have been watching the numbers rise for a while now, and in the last week, COVID-19 activity in our state has continued to skyrocket. Our state has gained a net 4,411 active COVID-19 cases since last Saturday. 875 people are being treated for the virus in statewide hospitals. That number also rapidly rising. In the natural state, there are 189 more people being treated for COVID in our hospitals tonight compared to 1 week ago. Johns Hopkins University reports 2.3 million vaccinations have been administered across the natural state, which means roughly 36% of the total population is considered fully vaccinated. As the first day of school just several weeks away, Fayetteville pharmacies saw more kids come out for COVID vaccinations. Medical arts pharmacists say COVID cases surging across the state is cause for major concern.
Especially, with the mask mandate going away and the younger kids that can't get vaccinated, that certainly is an issue.
Well, neighbors also gathered today in Bentonville for another vaccination clinic. This was at the Bentonville Farmers Market. They were able to receive a free dose of the Pfizer vaccine. One person who got their shot today says she'd been putting it off. She was waiting to see if the doses were safe.
I was a little apprehensive, and I wasn't sure how it was working there, what happened to people afterwards. The Delta variant that's coming in now, made me a little nervous, so it was time.
Well, if you weren't able to make it to the clinic today, don't worry. There's going to be another clinic taking place at the Farmers Market next Saturday from 9 to 1 that afternoon. The CDC recommends getting the second dose of the Pfizer shot within 3 weeks, so if you got vaccinated today, that brings you to the weekend before school starts. In Oklahoma, the State Department of Health reported nearly 1,200 new COVID-19 cases on Friday. 495 people being treated for COVID in the hospital, and there were 7 new virus-related deaths. 3.4 million vaccinations have been administered in the SUHR state, which means more than 40% of the total population is considered fully vaccinated. In Missouri, state leaders sent ambulance strike teams over to Springfield from Arkansas. 10 advanced life support ambulances were sent to assist Pafford Emergency Services. The teams arrived late Thursday and early Friday morning to immediately help with patient transfers. Northwest Arkansas educators rallied for honest history today. Protesters say they were worried when they heard Arkansas Secretary of Education wanted to change the state's curriculum. The gathering comes as lawmakers nationwide are attempting to prevent the teachings of concepts like racism and sexism. Organizers chose the site of today's rally at Applegate Road because that's where a former whites-only migrant farmer camp is located. This is in Springdale. We know that a few of those original buildings still stand there. In your Commitment 2022 coverage, an organization called Arkansas True Grass is gathering signatures to put recreational marijuana on the ballot for the 2022 election. Under the proposed amendment, recreational weed would be legal and regulated by the Arkansas Agriculture Department. This would also render all prior convictions of marijuana crimes null and void. In addition, Arkansans would be allowed to buy or grow up to 12 marijuana plants at home, and a spokesperson says one of their goals is to make the plant less expensive.
The average price of an ounce of marijuana at a dispensary is $400, which is a lot if you're on disability or Social Security and only bring in, let's say, $1,000 a month. That's 40% of your income.
Arkansas True Grass plans to be at the state fair to collect signatures. The deadline to get on the ballot is July 2022. National health leaders want to fight the ongoing surge in coronavirus cases. Coming up after the break, when the spike could end, and we're learning about a major change for Americans that are already vaccinated. Plus,
So many people are going to get infected with this fake narrative.
Officials say they're worried about the rising risk for young people, the issues that are a cause for concern as cases climb.